Okay, we're still good. Good. Good, 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 good. Alright. Let's go. Is this music too loud? Music might be a little bit too loud. Boop. Okay. Big difference. That's okay. Oh, whatever. It'll be a little small. I mean, a little quiet. I don't know. People, hello. People, good to see you. Good to see your name. How's it going? Okay. Today we're gonna draw pumpkins two different ways. The first way we're gonna learn, it's almost like a little warm-up. Just kind of loosen up our hands. Gonna do a very scribbly, Starry Night inspired drawing, and then we're gonna get a little bit more detailed by looking at a photo reference of a picture of a pumpkin to make a more realistic pumpkin using chalk pastel. So the materials that you'll need is a pencil, some black paper, some white paper, and some chalk pastel. Or to get a little bit more specific, you can also get a rag. For some reason I did not see the chat last time, and I don't know why. Huh, I get, were people trying to post in chat that whole time? Oh boy. It's going good. There's also a big delay. So there's that. And I don't know how good the quality of the stream is gonna be, because the last debate is tonight. So everything's gonna be like super throttled, I think. So if the stream does not get better, no matter like how many refreshes you try, then I might just cut it off, because I did not realize that the last... There are some people talking, but no questions or anything. Oh, okay. That's so weird. Why didn't I see it? I was able to post in the chat. That's so weird. Why? Okay, well, I'm glad there are people posting in chat. Who else was there? Anyone else we knew? Well, thanks to you for, like, kind of modding, I guess. I didn't even know people were in the chat. Okay, let's sketch a thing. Let me put, so for this one, they're really... You can use a pencil to try to sketch, but it's just kind of gonna be... You're not gonna see much. Let's do, like, a big pumpkin here. And then a really flat pumpkin. And we'll put another extra pumpkin there. Phoebe and my manager and the student. Oh, thank you. I don't know why. I did see that there were people watching. I just didn't think anybody was posting in the chat. That's so weird. Why? And if I refreshed, it probably would have killed everything. Oh boy. It's whatever. Well, thank you everybody for kind of carrying that part of the stream for me, because I could not see anybody posting in the chat, and I don't know why, and I don't know why I can see it now. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. But again, the stream might get a little wonky because of the debate going on tonight. So just something to keep in mind. Let's mess around with color. Weird, but I'm glad it's... Yeah, it's working now. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, it's fine. Focusing on the lesson now. Let's do some yellow and do the moon first, so that I know where it's gonna be. And to make it look kind of like a Starry Night deal. We can fill it in, but we're not gonna blend this one. So it's gonna be a pretty quick drawing. Then, you know, the Starry Night, I have all those little brush strokes, so we'll make it look like the moon is glowing by putting some in this situation. There. Okay. Next. Do green ground, but I don't really like that green. Let's use the moss green. Oh yeah. You can do this on white paper too. It just doesn't have the same effect. Okay, let's have some spooky ghosts coming in. Ooh. Ooh. And maybe another small one here. Just have fun with it. Then let's do the base color for the pumpkins. Ah. I'm leaving little gaps here on purpose. I didn't leave one here, but that's what we got black pastel for. Next, we can do some lights and darks. I can do some shadows here. And put some yellow up here. Okay. Then the sky is gonna have some like blue and purple swirls. Kind of following along with wherever you put the ghosties and the moon, so things are kind of flowing around it like water. Excuse me, ghost. Okay, get some purple. You could do this in other mediums too, like in paint. It's like regular paint or oil pastel or even colored pencil. Whatever will kind of show up on black paper. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it'll work. I'll put some of this green in here too, just for funsies. Okay, next, let's put some lights and darks on the pumpkins. Get some of this golden color. Oh no, my sleeve smudged things. I'm gonna wash this sweater. Okay. Is when you can start defining the ridges a little bit. And then this one. I'm gonna just blend it all together with more orange. And we'll put a little bit A little bit of, yeah, the brick red. Start doing the ridges a little bit more. Okay, nice and bumpy. Okay, next, the fun part, the black. Give it a little extra swirl for the vine there. Do it for the vine. Okay. This. Okay. And then we give it a little oh, spooky ghost. And then you can kind of break up the sky even a little bit with the black. Oh, I forgot about the stars. That's what I'm missing. Put some stars in here. So that could have been another detail to kind of put your sky working around, but putting it on this step isn't a big deal either. Fine. Rest in peace, Vine. Okay. Oh, there's some cool spooky pumpkins in a spooky pumpkin patch. So there you go. Here's first one I tried. Now there's this one. I like using more colors for the ground. The ground looks a lot more pumpkin patchy than the last one I tried. Adding some brown in there really helps. And it's kind of muddy. Alright then. That's already done. This is gonna be a quick stream. I feel like I'm gonna have it go till 7. So it's just gonna be an hour-long stream. Because, debates happening. So I don't think the quality of the stream is going to be great. And, yeah. There's going to be more, like, tutorial. Like, okay, this is how you do it. Here's the live demo. Here it is. That's how you make it. Doesn't it look cool? Yeah. Let me send over. So for the next one that we're going to do is going to take more time than this one. We're going to learn more about pumpkins, how they look, by looking at that photo reference. And so to learn how to paint pumpkins, or how to draw pumpkins, this one I looked up a painting of a pumpkin. The quality isn't too bad from your end. Okay. It does say that the stream is healthy, too. I just don't trust it. Yeah, I don't trust that it's gonna stay that way. But hopefully it does. You can look up a painting of a pumpkin and copy that too. If you want a more painterly look. But this time we're gonna look up an actual photo of the pumpkin. That photo. And I'm going to zoom in on that photo. And it's going to be kind of artsy-fartsy like this one, where part of the pumpkin is going to be cut off, because that adds more visual interest than just having like a pumpkin in the center of the center. If you know what I mean. But I'm also going to make it bigger. There's that. So we can do landscape way. And I need to draw some straight lines. How do it do? Okay, I found it. Just try to get this all in the frame. Ba-bam. Man, that would have been a way more fun stream last stream if I could actually read what you're saying. That's dumb. Come on, YouTube. I'm all salty. Here we go. Okay. Where is eraser? Here we go. I was wondering why you weren't replying to people since you usually... Yeah, I usually do! Ah, jeez. Well, that's embarrassing. Really don't understand why it wasn't working before. And it's not like I could refresh. That doesn't sound like the right thing to do. At least I was streaming. Like, since nobody was in the chat, I was thinking, like, am I even streaming right now? So I'm glad that the stream was actually working, at least. Okay. So just like when you learn to draw anything, I want to start with the biggest shapes first. Yeah, right? Jeez. It's silly. Fine. It's fine. Yeah, for sure. Maybe for future, maybe I'll start a new Twitch to do future ones, because it's just, I don't know, streaming on YouTube is just kind of jank. Maybe I'll get more used to it later, but I don't know. I'll stick with YouTube. I have no idea why that would happen. I'll Google it later. So now I'm just building up the ridges that I see. Boy. I think the most important part about the ridges of a pumpkin is kind of what the top of the ridges are doing. At least in the reference that I'm looking at, the tops of the ridges are pretty flat. So usually you draw a pumpkin like that. Boop doop. In actuality, a pumpkin kind of has some more angles going on. So when you're copying a reference, whatever, try to kind of look at the angle that things are going at. And if you have real pumpkins, you could also set up a little still life situation. I just can't stream outside, so I can't stream drawing a still life of a pumpkin that I'm keeping outside because it's all muddy. I don't have room to put a pumpkin here either. We're just gonna have to settle for a picture of a pumpkin. You also want your pumpkin sketch to be nice and light. Not making super dark lines, because when you color your pumpkin, you're using chalk pastel. Pencil sketch is going to show up underneath if you press too hard. Another thing to keep in mind when drawing pumpkins is the gap between where one ridge is and where another one starts. Because another common thing is that people will draw a pumpkin, also kind of like that. Which also looks nice, but it's also like very even kind of bump situation, where it's more like da, 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 da. Eh. Or something like that. It's all about the bumps. So the bumps here. It doesn't start like over here. Okay. Then let's see. I'll flatten this out a little bit. This is a smaller bump here. Okay. That should be good. Just clean up the lines a little bit so that I stay a good influence. Okay, that should be fine. Since the background is basically black and it gets a little bit brown down there, I'm gonna save the background for later. Probably until last. So let's start with the pumpkin first. Are pumpkins orange? Yes. But when you shine a light on it, some parts are going to be lighter, some parts are going to be darker. The right side of the photograph of the pumpkin that I sent earlier is not orange where the light is hitting it the most. It's actually like this color or even lighter. When I'm doing more realistic pictures, I like to build up very thin layers of color. Only do a little bit. Pumpkin is very yellow, where the light hits it the most. Make sure your pastel is clean. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ba-da-boo. Do-do. We're gonna make a pretty pumpkin too, so I'm gonna ignore all of like the little flecks of dirt and wrinkles and stuff that are in the pumpkin. And just go for making a nice, smooth, shiny pumpkin. Which will make it look a little bit less realistic, so if you want to make it more realistic, you can add more of those details. But if not, then don't. I'm just focusing on color matching. Oh no, that's not the orange I wanted. This orange. Yeah, let's blend this. See what we get. So things are starting to get a little bit stronger. Let's go ahead and use this one. Get some even stronger oranges. And border upon red. As we start getting darker is also when I'm going to start pressing a little bit harder with the pastel. Because thicker layers of pastel will kind of blend a little bit easier. I'm also ignoring the stem for now. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it. I'm just ignoring it. Gonna use my orange again to kind of blend that a little bit before I blend with my fingy. So since I don't want to blend the dark color into the light color too much, I'm going to start where the light is and blend towards the center instead of the other way around. I'm going to start at the center and blend towards the edge. I don't think I said that. I'm going to blend towards the center a little bit. Is when you want to be checking your photograph a little bit more often to make sure that you're not getting too dark. Why? Sure, it was real. Definitely be getting darker with this lovely golden color. Don't neglect the edges. Okay. I'm gonna use a little bit of the brick red. That it? No. That might not be it. This one? No. Oh, it's this one! Yeah, my bad. And start getting these darker colors in here. Don't worry about this edge. That can be as messy as you want it to be right now. So here, I'm just blending up until the edge. So that we can get this crispness between what I blend, what I not blend. Yeah. There is a little bit small to be doing that well. Now here, let's make a little bit more orangey. And where's that red? Okay, yeah. Really strong with the red in this corner specifically. Okay, and then some more orange in here. Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted to do. It's okay. We're gonna put the highlights back in at the end, so they get blended out a little bit, like I just did. That is a-okay. Just the less control you lose, the better. Just kind of overall. Like here I'm kind of cutting into this ridge here. pump up that contrast between this dark line and that lighter line there. Do, do, do. Get these brighter highlights back in here. It's not white. And very delicately blend it. Barely touching it. Okay. That looks fine. Inhaling chalk pastel. Okay, that's pretty much it for the pumpkin. You could push some more details in there, but I'm pretty sure I like it how it is. Tasty. And is one taste to pump. And the chalk pastel. It's tasty. Okay, next let's do the stem. Again, starting with lighter colors. But I'm gonna see if I can get away with not blending this at all. Because then I'll give it its kind of textured look. And I kind of blend that darker green with the lighter green. I'm gonna use a little bit of black. Define these shadows a little bit more. To use this brown with it. Do, do. Green. Then get these highlights back in there. It does, Cindy. I can see you in the chat now. I don't know. I have no idea why I couldn't before. But now I can. How's it going? Yeah, we are just doing some lovely blending with the pastel itself. So that it has... that it keeps this lovely texture. Do a little bit of blending here. Okay. I want this to be a little bit more red. So I'm gonna use this colder red here for some of these spots that aren't red enough. Yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Then we'll just redefine these lines a little bit. Orange, orange, orange. Orange, orange. Okay, I like this pumpkin. Oh yeah. It looks a little bit better not with the camera too. I don't know why it looks like that, but it's alright. Do, 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 do. Yeah, this is kind of how you copy photographs, is that you just kind of see just how far you can push it before it gets too far. Maybe sometimes you go too far and sometimes, but most of the time you don't go far enough, so. If you think it's done, maybe just try to push it one notch farther by like using that darker red or other things. But yeah, I think we're all good to do the background now. Okay, so when working with black, you want to be super careful. Which is why I'm flipping it upside down. And I'm gonna go from right to left, because while I'm blending what's on the left, I might smudge what's on the right, so if I only have the pumpkin to worry about, that'll be fine. It'll be a little bit easier than trying to avoid the black. This would have probably worked well on black pastel paper too. I don't know where I put my pastel paper. I also wanted to use white paper so that it's a material that y'all are more likely to have at home. But if you had black paper already, then you wouldn't have to do this step. And why it's important that it's, like, well, kind of important. Pastel paper does this too. But when you do it on black paper, like black construction paper, it's gonna have this texture even if you blend it. So I like being able to blend here, because it makes a very lump around looking pumpkin. Yeah, whenever a picture has a black background, I save it until the end. Because you see how messy these edges are. I want to just be able to blend into the outside of there and just focus on getting that nice before I do something like that. Because I would not be able to do this if I did the background first. I would have to stop blending like there. I want the black to be the strongest up here, so I'm pressing harder. Down here, just gonna try to... Here's gonna have some brown, so it's gonna be brown mixed with black. Also, if you're working on pastel drawings at home, you give yourself a border for somewhere to put your fingers to hold the paper steady is very helpful. As you can see with the last picture that I didn't draw a border, I was just trying to I ended up kind of smudging some corners since there's nowhere for me to put my hands real safely. Okay. I'm gonna blow the dust away because I don't want the dust to settle in there. Okay. I'm probably gonna need more pastel. Black is such a difficult pastel to use. You have to put so much, but it doesn't want to go on there. Rotate whatever you need to do so that you can keep track of where your finger's going, that you don't get too close to the edge. Instead of blending the edge, I just like to make sure that it's covered all the way, so I don't need to blend. At least not as much. Okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Yeah, I think I made a goof there. That's okay. This is just gonna be way more narrow. So for little goofs like that, you can cover it up a little bit. And then I'm gonna put some this really soft brown, a reddish brown at the bottom here. Very gently put it in the edge there. Okay. Oh, fancy. Okay, now at this point, if you do want to work on your pumpkin more, if you do, then I personally wouldn't recommend it just because of the risk that is now involved with it being surrounded by black. But if you do, make sure to wash your hands first. Because this is gonna be... you don't want to blend with this. So, I'm gonna call this picture done. I know it's a lot shorter than the last stream, but... you know, it's just some pumpkin. Yeah, it's just some pumpkins. Some quick little pumpkins for you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the black background is what makes all the difference. Or like a dark background for a bright shiny pumpkin. This one doesn't have quite as dark of a background, but it is still, like, helps the pumpkin pop a little bit more. I probably would have added more darks there. If I know what I know now. Bright pumpkin. So again, I used this picture as a reference. And you can use any picture of a pumpkin as a reference. I just really liked the shape and angle that pumpkin is at. Being told I didn't draw all of it. I drew, like, cut it off that way. If you made your own pumpkin, then you can send it to this email so that I can see it. I would love to see it. If you would like to learn how to make lovely pastel drawings like this, because this is after a lot of practice with chalk pastels. If you want to harness the power of chalk pastels, so I'm just like flooding the chat right now. If you want to learn how to do chunk pastels, then you can go to that website for more details. And lastly, if you missed the stream from 4 o'clock earlier today, we did a randomized monster drawing. And you can get that activity sheet also right there. Let me show you what I did. Did this random monster. There it is. It says trick or treat. It's a little neighborhood and it's going down there. So that's a little bit of a simpler project. But this project is really simple as well. Really simple and fun, and it looks really cool. So I want to thank everybody for watching the stream. I'm sorry the chat didn't work for me last time, so I'm sad I didn't get to chat with y'all in the last one. I have no idea what was up with that. That's never happened before. So hopefully it won't happen next time if there is one. And I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Take care of yourselves. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the stream, y'all. Bye-bye.